The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, belonging to a former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo, briefing journalists ahead of the FCT Executive Council meeting on Wednesday. Wike condemned what he described as the retired naval chief's impunity in deploying serving officers to guard the disputed property. Responding to critics who questioned his visit to the site, the minister said he could not stand idly by as public officers were attacked while performing their duties. Wike had accused the retired officer of carrying out illegal development on the land and confronted Lieutenant Yerima for allegedly assaulting staff of the Federal Capital Development Authority, FCDA, who had gone to halt the ongoing construction. Addressing the matter, the former Rivers State governor criticized the use of military personnel to obstruct lawful enforcement activities by FCT officials, describing it as unacceptable. The news is reaching you from Royal FM 95.1 in Lorry. We take a break now. When we return, foreign news. Please stay with us.
I'm tired of this country.
This country will never change.
I'm nothing in Nigeria.
Stop shooting Nigeria down. Ask yourself, what have I done for Nigeria? And how can I be an agent of change? Talk positive about Nigeria and be a part of the change process. Dare to believe. Spread the word.
Nigeria will survive. Africa will survive. My people will survive. Oh, Nigeria will survive.
This message is reaching you from Royal FM 95.1 Ilori.
Welcome back. This is the news around the globe on Royal FM 95.1. In foreign news, China's securities watchdog chief Wu King has reportedly sought approval to step down. Sources familiar with the matter said marking an abrupt and unexpected exit for a regulatory head appointed last year to stabilize the country's stock markets. Wu, who was appointed chairman of the China Securities Regulatory Commission, CSRC, in February 2024, has informed relevant authorities of his intention to leave the role, citing health reasons, according to reports. It is not immediately clear whether his resignation has been accepted or when he would formally leave the office. One of the top C and the State Council Information Office did not immediately respond to requests for comment. That's foreign news. Up next, business news.
This is Royal FM Business News.
In business news, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has set January 5, 2026 as the deadline for all digital lending platforms and intermediaries in Nigeria to fully comply with its new consumer lending regulations. The announcement was made in a statement today by the Commission's Director of Corporate Affairs, Ondaji Ijagwu, and marks a significant step in the federal government's effort to curb unethical practices in the fast-growing digital lending sector. The directive follows the introduction of the regulations, which took effect on July 21, 2025, on the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act 2018. The regulations aim to promote fairness, transparency, and accountability across Nigeria's lending ecosystem. That's business news. Up next, tech news. In tech news, Baidu has unveiled 2 new semiconductors for artificial intelligence, touting the product as a source of powerful, low-cost, and domestically controlled computing power for Chinese companies. The move comes amid escalating tensions between the United States and China, which have led to restrictions on the export of advanced US AI chips to Chinese firms. These restrictions have prompted many Chinese companies to develop their own processors or seek domestic alternatives. As at an annual Baidu World Technology Conference, the company announced that the M100, an inference-focused chip, is scheduled to launch in early 2026. That's tech news. Up next, entertainment news.
This is Royal FM Entertainment News.
In entertainment news, reactions continue to mount following the release of closed-circuit television CCTV footage following actress Peggy Ovire allegedly assaulting actor Taye Arimoro at a movie location. Reports indicate that Arimoro called out Ovire in a series of Instagram posts alleging physical assault and violations of his rights on set. In response, Peggy Ovire posted on her Instagram story claiming that the actor had assaulted her driver first. However, CCTV footage of the incident, which surfaced online today morning, appears to show Ovire and her driver assaulting Arimoro in the presence of other crew members. That's entertainment news. Up next, sport news.
This is Royal FM Sports News.
In sport news, Brian Mbeumo has been named the Professional Football Association PFA Fans Player of the Month for October. The club announced in a statement on their website the Reds forward at the PFA Fans Player of the Month award to the two trophies he has already won for his outstanding performances during the month. The PFA noted that teammate Sene Lament was also among the nominees for the accolade. However, Mbeumo's spectacular displays against Sunderland, Liverpool and Brighton and Hove Albion earned him the top spot. That ends sport news. Before we end today's news around the globe, here again are the highlights of the news as brought to you. Senate passes bill to reform armed forces governance structure for second reading. Reps seek suspension of WAEC CBT exams until 2030. Reps move to empower NAFDAC to regulate herbal medicine. FCT Minister Wike defense clash with naval officer over Abuja land. On the foreign scene, China's securities regulator Wu Qing reportedly seeks to step down. In business news, FCCPC sets January 5 deadline for digital lending platforms to comply with new regulations. In tech news, Baidu unveils new AI chips amid US-China technology tensions. In entertainment news, CCTV footage emerges of actress Peggy Ovire allegedly assaulting actor Taye Arimoro. And in sports, Cameroon star Mbeumo wins PFA Fans Player of the Month for October. With that, we've come to the end of today's news around the globe. It was compiled by Ramat Babatunde and edited by Hamida Oladimeji Kolawole. You can visit www.raretimes.net for updates on the news. For happenings around you, you can call the Royal FM News hotline on 0901 791 891. I am Oyilola Oladokun.